Good evening, friends. Just gonna show you a little bit of what I have. And what I have, I'm proud of. I have a little bit of McCulloch, Stihl, and Poland's. So I believe I have it from oldest to newest in that order. So if I don't, please correct me. I will definitely adjust to it. So I have a Poland Model 31. I'm not sure if that's a Super 31 because it doesn't say Super on it. Maybe that's a different model of a 31 that they produced back then. But I do have a Super 33. And I'm still finding parts for them. This one has a broken reed on it. And I don't know if I can show you. You can see it pretty well. So those reeds are very important for compression. I haven't gotten these two started yet. However, I did get this Model 201 automatic started. This sounds pretty mean. So I didn't have to do anything with it. I just cleaned it out, as best as I could, and had a lot of gunk in there. And so did this 306 automatic. That had a lot of garbage inside of it too. And the 245 had a lot. So it's very hard finding parts for these. So that's my 306. The guide bar handle was all torn up, so I had to wrap it. And now my pole handle broke, so I'm trying to find an original for that, as well as an original handle. And toggle switch is pretty good. Oiler works. The choke works pretty good. And believe it or not, my spark plug wire is not burned, so works pretty nice. And then my 245A, I had issues trying to start it for a while, and it sounds a little clanky. So I'm thinking, I gotta tighten up this muffler, and I'm thinking the piston has some scoring on it, but it does run. So I'll have to tear that apart. And then here I got a Model 47 McCulloch, and yes, it does run. So this thing, a lot different than those, because the pull cord is actually a cable. It's gear driven, and the carburetor is right here on the side, in the middle of the handle. So that's a little different. The old school logo. It's pretty cool hearing this thing. So those are all my vintage saws that I have. And then my two Stihls that I have to cut trees with. I have the Stihl MS 194T. And a lot of people hate these saws because, I don't know, they're made of plastic. And this model was made in Virginia, whereas the 200T is made in Germany. So the Germany products are a lot more valuable than the Virginia models. However, I have no issues with this saw. It starts up every time, it does what it needs to do, and I'm a happy camper with that. And then my next one I have is supposedly an MS362, but I took it to the shop and they told me it was an MS290. So I bought both of these Stihls at the pawn shop. So whenever you go to a pawn shop to buy a chainsaw, make sure you get the actual serial number from the engine and look it up, because somebody could switch a case on you. And in my case, that's what happened. And that's the bar that it came with from the pawn shop. So there's absolutely no reason to have that bar on there. So I just kept it on there. That way I wouldn't lose parts and keep it all together. But I'll get a bigger saw to put that on. So, all right, well, that's my collection, and I'll go ahead and start them up in the next video.